Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be reacting to In Hell We Live from Mili or Limbus Company, and Limbus Company, Mili and Limbus Company. I actually do not have any idea what this is. So if that sounds like a good time to you, I don't know if it sounds good to me yet, then you're in the right place. Let's do it. Hello once again, and welcome back to Right Man in the Wrong Place. My name is Luke Tatum. I react to music, and I'm so glad that you're here, choosing to spend your valuable time with me. Today we are going to listen to a new game. I did look at my notes. It is a game, Mili and Limbus Company. Although sometimes it looks like it's written as Mili, and sometimes it's Limbus Company, and on the title for the video, it says, In Hell We Live, Lament featuring Kehoe from Myth and Roid / Limbus Company. I don't know what any of that means, okay? I don't know what any of this is. So this is a unpaid request from Pandu. Pandu, thank you very much for making the suggestion. Hopefully it's something I'm into. I have no idea what's going on. But it's he or she said, it's a boss theme from a game called Limbus Company. Okay, that answers that. With Cassie Wei and Kehoe from Myth and Roid as the vocalist. It's a unique song, and I'm sure you'd be baffled with the lyrics choice of this one. Great. Mili itself has been composed previous Project Moon games. Mili itself has been, okay, I don't know what that means. From previous Project Moon games such as Library of Ruina, and they're well known for their unique lyrics, choice, and music genre. It's from 2021, and the album is Let's Lament. I feel like I don't have any idea what's happening, but let's listen. So far we just have some kind of somber strings, and we have this kind of percussive... Hold on. There's no reason to have closed captions on top of closed captions. Let's back this up. Okay, so we're already building a lot of intensity here. I can feel that this is going to go places, and that's awesome, and I'm excited. It looks kind of like we're in some sort of a mech. I mean, this is a little bit reminds me of like Gurren Lagann a little bit, but not really. Just the red and the kind of mech seat kind of thing going on here. I really like that the song started with a very gentle, delicate single piano note, and then you sort of have a, piano, like ding, and then a little bit of lyrics, and then one more piano note, and then a little bit of lyrics. I don't know why this is just what it is, okay, in my head. But I like that. It's cool. It gives each thing kind of room to breathe, and this is how I've been writing music now that I've been writing music. I like to kind of pull in one thing and kind of give it some space for the most part. So it's cool. It's cool.
If you wanted me to think, if you wanted me to think, if you wanted me
Okay, yeah. I mean, this is like, gosh, real intense. Kind of like it's got that sort of, I think intentionally sort of like an unhinged sort of edge to it. It's very, you know, chaotic, like threatening to boil over chaos. I like what they're doing with the lyric subtitling here. So you've got, like red text, you've got this sort of cyan text, and then you've got a white when both are singing together. And it's more of a spoken singing right now for the most part. Very interesting. Um, this reminds me of, I can't think of the artist's name, but there's a song from way back called Girl Anachronism that somebody I knew used to listen to. And this is like junior high, but it kind of reminds me of that sort of like just intensity that's sort of like bubbling up that I described before. And this what is this line here? This one here. Sorry. Why'd you curse me with this? You're a natural born genius thing. Uh, it's very lonely to be intelligent, right? And I am not saying that to distance myself from other people or anything like that. I'm probably undiagnosed autistic. My wife is probably undiagnosed autistic. Our son is autistic. There's a lot of autism in her family, and it's a thing, okay? And sometimes that carries with it extreme specialization, extreme skill in particular areas, and that can be a very awkward thing to live with. So I feel that. I definitely feel that particular line. Also, this idea, each loop we live through, time as a loop. I don't know if it's a Mobius that we're talking about here, or if it's more of a, death and rebirth and, Buddhist sort of angle on things. I don't know, because I don't know anything about this stuff. But yeah, this is going places. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Exposing the angels on your wrist. Hello, how may I help you today? Please, I want way to get to heaven. Sceneries were passing by. Not so different from our home. Not so different from our home. Then I realized someone's heaven could be the source of my torment. Eyes allowing yourself to step on fire.
Gosh, I could definitely do a really, really long analysis on these lyrics. This idea that someone else's suffering is a result of someone else's joy and vice versa. Like, there's a whole lot there. I mean, that's a whole psych course right there. But I think there's a lot of attitude, particularly in the modern day, that, all of everything is kind of a zero sum game, and like you just have to take what you can get to, carve out your own little place in the world, and it doesn't matter if you're hurting anybody else and stuff like that. And I completely and thoroughly reject that. trade between people is a win-win, and otherwise you wouldn't agree to it. Like, you think you're benefiting when you make a trade, the other person thinks they're benefiting when they make a trade. That's why it happens. Otherwise, why would you? But, I'm not just talking economics, right? There are people out there who are cruel and who, do terrible things, and they obviously have problems, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't be a better person and do things the way that they should be done, and distance yourself from that and build on a firm foundation. I'm trying very hard to not go way, 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 way into this topic. Okay, so just know that if you're in a difficult position, try to get away and start over, even if that seems like the most terrifying thing in the world, because it's worth it. So, but I'm sure there's layers and layers and layers to this. This is crazy complex. So, love the duet nature of this. Love the vocal texture. There's so emotive. I mean, I just recently did that Claire Obscure Expedition 33 song, Lumiere, or however you pronounce it. I'm not French. Obviously. Nobody here thought I was French, right? But, that song is also a standout because of the quality of the vocals. And so this is, so delicate when it needs to be. So, just it just nails it, the emotion for each line here. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Could be the source of my torment. Allowing yourself to simplify the tears of if you wanted me to live, if you want me to forgive, if you want us to pretend like we're civilized humans, if we possibly trust in society, the evil feeling of me, flashing lights on lament, why do they offend my country?
It's hard to find a place to pause this dang song. Are we doing French? I do not know what language this is. Up at the top, I hear it. It's hard to pull out from the rest of the vocals because I recognize the English, so it's harder for me to listen into this mixed down other language. I don't know if it's French or not, but that would be really funny if it was, wouldn't it? I don't know what Fuoka is. Casio. Nel Inferno. I mean, so we've got something Romanized, kind of that part of the world, right? Pretend like we're civilized humans. This is wild. This is wild. The ego offending me. Why did we're just gonna listen to the rest of the song, okay? This is crazy. It's very, very, very well done. And I did get chills here at this part.
If you wanted me to live, if you want me to forgive, if you want us to pretend like we're civilized humans, if we possibly trust in society, the evil feeling of me, flashing lights on lament, why do they offend my country?
This does kind of have a time warp-ish vibe to it here at the end. Artwork and visual composition. Okay, so is the art from the game, or is that like an album cover, or what? I've never even heard of Limbus Company. I don't know what kind of game it is. Like, that's wild. Is that a credits theme? Is it battle music? Is this a turn-based game? Is this a side-scrolling shooter? I don't know. I don't. Yeah, that was crazy. In all the best ways. I mean, that reminds me, like, I got a little bit of a pull into some like 90s anime and some stuff in there a little bit. For some reason, at one point, visions of Escaflowne came into my head. Not that the music is like that, but I mean, that's very like stuff that people were into in my friends' circle, like early 2000s, you know. I'm trying to think of something really cool to say. I don't really have anything to say, but that was awesome. That was really, really, really nice. Really well done. So, Mili, I guess, is the artist. So Mili has composed music for some previous Project Moon games. I'm just looking at my notes again, such as Library of Ruina, which I've also never heard of. And I mean, this is just crazy. I feel like a whole new door is opening up for me with this. Okay, so I'm not necessarily saying like I want album after album after album of this, because it's that one song requires a whole deconstruction and a lot of time and a lot of understanding and kind of grappling with what's going on there. It's very obviously very layered. And if the game is anything like the song, then like, I'm there. It's really, really, really cool. So art style for the video, totally nailed it. Vocals, totally nailed it. Composition, totally nailed it. I'd love to know what that other language was. Something sort of Western, right? Because it's some of it was, it's got to be Italian or something like that. Very, very, very cool. I love it. Is that going to go in the car? I don't actually know. That's going to be an on the fence thing. Like, yeah, I want to hear it again, but I kind of want to just listen to it on headphones, like, and like think about it, Yeah, I should probably go in the car. Maybe I should start, that would be fun. Maybe I should start It's Gonna Go in the Car, like, playlist on the YouTube channel, and then y'all could see all the ones that I've given the upvote to. Would that be fun? You want to do that? Okay, anyway, let me know. Thank you all so much for being here. This is awesome. Pandu, thank you for the request. Totally slept on this one for way too long. Amazing, amazing. If you will have a suggestion for something I should hear next, either another Mili song or more Limbus Company stuff or anything else that you think I'd like, then you can leave that over on the Buy Me a Coffee page. There's also a direct link to the request form in the video description. And if you want to hear my original music, you can check that out at Timelock Music Official, link below. Or you can also hear it way before anybody else over on Buy Me a Coffee if you become a member for as little as $1 a month. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day. Until next time, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.